Buddhism. Okay, it was a religion which was started by Mahatma Buddha, who was also known as Gautam Buddha. Now, what is the meaning of Buddha? Buddha means the enlightened one, those who had attained the true knowledge. Okay, so he was the enlightened one. Just like Mahavira, Buddha also, as I already told you, he belonged to the Kshatriya clan. Okay, and the name of the clan was Shakya clan. His father's name was Sudhodana, and he was the ruler of Kapil Vastu, which is a place which is situated at the foothills of Nepal. His mother's name was Maya. She was born at a place known as Lumbini, which is now in. So you will write the date 563 BCE, and the event you will write Mahatma Buddha was born. Okay. Now let us study about Buddha's early life. Okay. Now Mahatma Buddha's real name was Siddhartha. Okay, Siddharth. Now his parents never wanted him to be a saint or an ascetic. Now, right from the very beginning, they gave him all the comforts, all the luxuries, and he was married. Now, children, his parents gave him all the comforts of life, and he was married to a beautiful princess whose name was Yashodhara. Okay, they had a son whose name was Rahul. Now let us see which was the event which changed the life of Mahatma Buddha. One day Mahatma Buddha, whose real name was Siddharth, he went on a chariot ride. He saw four sights. Now let us see which were the four sights. The first one was of an old man. The second one was of a sick man. The third was a dead body which was carried by the mourners, and the last one was an ascetic. Okay, these four sights, they had a very powerful effect on Mahatma Buddha. Okay, now after seeing old man, an old man, a sick man, and a dead body, he was very disturbed, and it distressed him or made him very upset. But after this, when he saw the fourth, an ascetic, he saw that the ascetic was very serene. It means he was very peaceful and he was very calm. Okay. And even the sorrows and the worldly pleasures, it seemed as if it did not have any effect on that ascetic. Now, these were the four great sights which changed the life of Mahatma Buddha. These all four sights, it is known as the Great Renunciation. Okay. Now, after wandering for many years and after leading a life of extreme penance and austerity, it means what? Plainness and simplicity. It means enjoying no comfort of life. So he led a very hard life, and then he meditated under a peepal tree in Bodh Gaya, a place known as Bodh Gaya, which is in Bihar. And after this he attained enlightenment and true knowledge, and then he was known as Buddha. Buddha means the enlightened one. Now, the tree under which he attained the knowledge or enlightenment, it is known as Mahabodhi Vriksh, which is also known as tree of wisdom. And the place is known as Bodh Gaya. Okay. At present, there is a big temple in this place, which is known as Mahabodhi Temple. Okay, children. Now, Buddha, he preached his first sermon or speech Deer Park in Sarnath near Varanasi. This event is known as Dharma Chakra Parvartana, or it is also known as the turning of the wheel of law. Okay, he preached his religion until he died at an age of 80, or he expired at the age of 80. So write the date again, 483 BCE. That is, you will write Mahatma Buddha expired, and he expired at a place known as Khushi Nagar. And let us study about Buddha's teachings. Now, Buddha's teachings, they are contained in the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. Now, let us see what is in Four Noble Truths. Now, according to Mahatma Buddha, the Four Noble Truths is there is suffering in the world, or the world is full of suffering, whether it is the rich, whether it is the poor, the old, or the young. Everyone is living in a state of suffering. Second is suffering is caused by desire. What is the cause of suffering, or the reason of suffering is our desires which never come to an end. The third is what is the way to remove this suffering. If you want to remove the suffering, it is that you should get rid of your desires. Okay, you should not run after your desires. And how can you get rid of your desires? It is through following the Eightfold Path. Now let us study what is the Eightfold Path. In the Eightfold Path, they ask you to practice these 8 things. The first is right belief, belief in whatever is right. Second is right thought, always think about the right things. Next is right speech, speak whatever is right. Okay, then right conduct, behave always in a right way. Then it is right means of livelihood, the way you earn the money, the means of earning your money, it should be right. It should not be a false means. Next is right effort. You should use your energy in a right way. Okay, then right thinking, always think in a right way, because your thinking only results in your actions. And then right meditation, whenever you meditate, it should be in a right way. Okay, so these are the Eightfold Path. Now children, as I already told you, that Buddha he did not believe in extremes. It means that he did not believe in all the rituals, the complexities of life and all. Okay, so he advised the people to follow the middle path. Okay, now what is the main aim of Buddhism? It is to attain nirvana. Okay, what is nirvana? It is a state of perfect peace and freedom from suffering. So the main aim of human beings should be to attain perfect peace and freedom from suffering, and that is being free from the cycle of birth and death. Okay, now Mahatma Buddha also believed in non-violence, and he was against animal sacrifices, and even he was against the caste system. Okay, according to Mahatma Buddha, one could achieve nirvana or salvation through what? Good deeds or good actions, and by following the paths of truth and non-violence. Now let us see what are the things on which he laid a lot of importance. It was on love, compassion. Compassion means sympathy for other people, non-injury. So he laid more stress on love, compassion and non-injury to the living beings. In thought also, in word also, and in deed also. It means thinking good about others, speaking good about others, and acting good with the other people. So Just like Mahavira, Buddha also did not speak anything about the existence of God.